Hello and welcome to Bristol Sport TV from Ashton Gates Sports Bar. In the next 10 minutes we'll bring you all you need to know about this weekend's home triple header for basketball, football and rugby. But first, after the atrocities in Paris last Friday and the subsequent attempted terrorist attacks and threats to stadia across Europe, Ashton Gate has naturally been placed on a higher security alert. And I'm pleased to say that Dave Storr, who is our head of safety and security, now joins me in the bar to discuss really where we're at. I mean, obviously a lot of people will be worried. Just talk us through what fans can expect to see this weekend.
The supporters this weekend, Lisa, will see an increased number of stewards, security guys. We'll be moving some of the stewards outside of the turnstiles where we'll be doing a number of bag searches and body searches. We're asking for the supporters' help on this. If you can leave a bag at home, then please do so. It will speed up our process of searching people as they arrive at the turnstiles. Clearly the search and the level of search will be proportionate to the threat that we have, and at this present time there isn't a specific threat against this particular stadium or any other particular stadium. So we're dealing with it as it comes in. We stay in close contact with our colleagues within the police and with the various government security agencies, and we act accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the fans and supporters can really help you with the job, isn't it? It's about cooperation and really helping us, if you see something, to mention it.
Yes, it is, yeah, and the words that we'll put out to everybody is be alert, not alarmed, and also be vigilant. And by being vigilant, we mean report anything suspicious, either to us or to the police.
Well, I'm sure many people listening to you talk can detect a slightly Midland, shall we say, accent.
Yes.
You are new to Ashton Gate. You took over at the start of this season. Just talk us through your background, because I know many people would probably be reassured by hearing your background. I always am.
Yes, I was in the West Midlands Police for 30 years. I was a match day football commander, so I did all of the football grounds in the Midlands and indeed travelled to other areas. When I left the police, I actually worked at Walsall Football Club for a while.
We won't hold that against you.
No, I know. So I had a little bit of time there, and then I moved on there from down to London, where I spent an amount of time down at the Olympics. I was the security manager for the Olympic Stadium and the group security manager for the 6 venues on the Olympic Park. I
mean, that must have been a huge job, especially given the security risk and threats and dealing with people, high-profile people like Michelle Obama.
Yes, it was, yes. Yeah, we had 120 heads of state on opening night, so you can imagine that there was a number of security personnel there from all sorts of areas, from the President's security team, Secret Service, right the way through to personal security bodyguards. And it was a case of acting as liaison and being a coordinator for all of those different people.
All right, Dave, well, thanks very much for coming in and talking to us. Well, City's game against Hull on Saturday is the first championship game to take place after those atrocities. So it has been decided that there will be a minute's silence and both teams will be wearing armbands as a mark of respect. Well, talking of City players, earlier this week, the players paid a very special charity visit, as Adam Baker reports.
Bristol City's players took time out from their schedule this week to visit one of the hidden gems of the region, Children's Hospice South West at Charlton Farm. Based just down the road from the club's Phelan training base, the hospice provides care to life-limited children and their families from across the South West and beyond. It's a partnership the players have got fully on board with, including Frank Fielding, who has become an ambassador for the hospice.
Just something that me, Wiggs, our physio, Steve Allen, that is, and Donna got involved in at the end of last season, and we just thought it'd be something that we could use the football club and just use a bit of awareness that there's a really good charity and a really good building and facility that, you know, is only down the road from the training ground.
Through this unique partnership, City have helped to raise more than £14,000 for the hospice already this year via a series of fundraisers and auctions. This weekend, fresh from the international break, City welcomed current Sky Bet Championship leaders Hull City and the Sky Sports cameras to BS3.
Really looking forward to it. It's another test for us. It's what we worked so hard for last year to play against teams like this. So, you know, hopefully we can grab it by both hands and get some out of the game.
Watch City try to tame the Tigers this Saturday. Kick-off 12:30 p.m. at Ashton Gate, with tickets on general sale now.
Adam Baker reporting there, and just a reminder that Saturday is an all-ticket affair, so make sure you get yours by midnight on Friday, as there will be no on-the-day sales. Well, the rugby world has been rocked this week when it learnt of the passing of Jonah Lomu on Wednesday. Earlier we caught up with Bristol rugby star and fellow Kiwi Mark Sorensen on the impact that the winger had in his home country.
It's just amazing what he's done for the game. He's made it a global game, almost single-handedly, with the way he played the game. Was just, it was groundbreaking. He was here in Bristol no more than a month ago and doing a dinner in town, and I was lucky enough to share a table with him for the evening, and with a good friend of mine, Hamish Marshall, and obviously we were in awe of the guy prior to meeting him, and then we spent some time before the evening started and hung out with him in the room, and he was just almost a classic laid-back Kiwi bloke. He was so easy to talk to, interested in what you're doing as well as what he's up to. He was certainly living life to the full, right to the end. I mean, his schedule through the World Cup and around before and after was just phenomenal what he was doing, and he was doing it with his wife and his family, his 2 young boys, and so he was all inspiring that evening, and to share the table with him, within the last month, I think, special, something I can hold on to for forever.
Mark Sorensen there on the sad passing of rugby legend Jonah Lomu at the age of just 40. Well, back on home soil, and Bristol welcomed Scarlet's Premiership select to Ashton Gate on Sunday. It's been a tough 2 weeks for the team, but Dwayne Peel says the players are determined to bounce back.
First time for me to be here, and we've lost 2 on the bounce. And yeah, I think everyone puts a hand up and appreciates that we have good support and everyone follows us very well, and we need to put a good performance in this week and get the win. We've endeavoured to make sure that we put things right in the training pitch, which we have been doing over the last couple of weeks. We've been working hard, but obviously the last 2 games it hasn't gone our way.
Well, as we said, it's a home triple header this weekend, and the Flyers kick it off on Friday night as they take on the London Lions, as Joel Osborne reports.
Bristol Flyers were unable to make it a second straight appearance in the BBL Cup semi-final on Sunday night. Cheshire ended a run of 4 home defeats to reach the semi-finals at the Flyers' expense, with the travelling team struggling to find their range, shooting just 13% from the 3-point line.
I just felt on the day Cheshire had a good first half. We were much better defensively in the second half, but our perimeter shooting and in general our shooting percentages, I don't think really allowed us to be in that game. I think we had opportunities to get back in the game, but unfortunately shots did not drop in, and we were not able to find the required rhythm for us to be better offensively, and as a result that kind of meant we could not progress to the next round of the Cup.
There were positives for the Flyers. Daniel Adozie recorded his second straight double-double on Sunday night and received high praise from front court teammate Tyrone Lee.
Oh man, he makes my job a lot easier. He's the best rebounder in the league, and with a big body like him, he's a great finisher. It's easy, playing with him because he can always check the bigger guy. Sometimes he can always check, and we can always switch up either time. He's a great defender, so it helps out on both ends of the ball on the ball because it relieves a lot of pressure from me and Matthias in the paint.
The Flyers return to league action on Friday night when they take on the London Lions at 7:30 p.m. where the team could be boosted by the return of Cardell McFarland after his recent ankle injury.
There is a possibility for him to play on Friday, and it would just be a case where what our medical team thinks just before the game.
Tickets for Friday's game at the SGS Wise Arena are still available at the New Look official website, bristolflyers.co.uk.
Now, as if you didn't have enough sport to keep you occupied this weekend, if you fancied pulling an all-nighter on Saturday, you might be staying up to watch Bristol's Lee Haskins in his big fight in Las Vegas as he takes on world champion Randy Caballero. Well, earlier I managed to pop down to the Bristol boxing gym and catch up with Haskins manager Chris Saniga.
Yes, it's something that we've waited all our lives for. Lee Haskins got the chance to really make a name for himself in Las Vegas. He's British champion, European champion, now world champion. The betting's going the way for the American boy Caballero, but Haskins has got a great punch, and on this night I think he can beat anybody.
Well, he's obviously out there acclimatising and preparing for Saturday night's fight, and he's spoken about the benefits of having his family and his closest people around him.
That's right, and we've got a good team, Team Haskins, and they're having a great time over there, and let's just hope he brings the title back.
Well, good luck to Lee in that big fight in Vegas. I hope you've enjoyed the programme and look forward to you joining us next week. In the meantime, have a great weekend of Bristol Sport.